taking care of the energetics so that I can keep showing up here. But I do appreciate all of your love and support. It's really important to me, especially this time. It's so important that we support each other energetically, however that looks. If that's just sending someone a hello, if that's just, commenting on their post, letting them know you love them. Right now, more than ever, we need to be in that love vibration. And there is a lot coming up right now in the literal air. It's in our air that is trying to keep us from that. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you too. So this cloud, this fog that we are all currently under, and some of us are doing a little bit of a better job as we all have our own personal transits that are getting lit up. Some of us are able to hold down this vibration of love a little bit more at this time. And we all ebb and flow. We're like this ocean, right? Where some of us can hold and anchor that more on a certain day, and others of us need to hold it on that following day, right? So ways of connecting to each other, staying in that vibration of love right now is so important. Taking care of your personal air, your throat, your lungs. Tend to your environment, your home, your wherever you are, get near trees. Tend to your terrain, as my beautiful naturopathic friend, her whole, I'll tag her page below. She's amazing and always reminds me, like, we have everything we need for our health. We just are conditioned to separate ourselves from it. So I'm going to move to this new moon energy, but I will just say the astrology is whack. And when the astrology is whack, that means we're all feeling it, right? In whatever way that looks like. So it's a beautiful time to work with me. I have a 6-week container coming up next week. It's a pop-up course that I'm just like, I need this for myself. I need to be surrounded by beautiful people that are wanting to be in the vibration of love and holding space for each other and learn about their chart. And I need to be doing my work at this time more than ever. So the best way to do that is to just host a small group. I have a special, so it's like, if you message me, if you're interested in this container, it's a 6-week deep dive into your chart and the astrology and all the energetics. If you message me, I have a special thing that I'll share with you. So definitely do that if you're interested. Yeah, got to keep showing up. And this was like, I almost canceled the walk with a friend today, and the guides were like, like, you got to go. Like, there was a part of me that's like, no, it's okay to stay home. Hello, Kat. Hello, everyone. Hello, Ruby. Hello, Rotary Barbie. Yeah, you can type your first name into the chat if you want me to pull a card for you. I will be doing that at the end, but I am going to talk about the new moon, I promise. Like, I will get there, I promise you. But yeah, I was gonna cancel a walk with a friend, and the guys were like, you need to go. And I went, and I was like, oh right, like, I need this. We are in isolation right now, and what a great marketing job was done to just keep us in isolation and separated from each other. And it takes work to undo that marketing. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a card for the new moon. It's an illusion. Control is an illusion. But right now, the way that it's trying to come through is in our literal air. I'm going to say that again. The air around you is super important right now to keep purified, to keep in that vibration of love, to bless your home, to bless your surroundings. There is an illusion of control, but if we don't know it's there, sometimes that can have power over us. So be aware of your air. And this has to do with Saturn and Aquarius. This has to do with things that I can't talk about on here because I want people to see these posts. But this has to do with Saturn and Aquarius. So if you haven't already watched my Saturn and Aquarius video, I will post it into my story. And it's also Jupiter. Jupiter is cruising through. Jupiter was like, yeah, talk about me. It was like came through like this like little headache through my eye. So because Jupiter is cruising through Aquarius at light speed, this is like exhausting. It's exhausting a lot of us, and it's expanding things that maybe we're not quite ready for the full expansion into. And so thankfully Jupiter is cruising so fast, it's going to move into Pisces, and things will get different. We'll get a bit waterier. Our air will get a bit clearer because it'll bring in that water of the depths of the cleanest part of the ocean, the depths of the ocean. And so that's great. And so just know right now is taxing. It's taxing our system. Rest and sleep and integration at this time is so important. Hence why I'm hosting a 6-week journey with me. So if you're interested, reach out. I'm going to pull one more card for the new moon, and then I'm going to read you guys a little thing. Oh, okay. This is coming up a lot, which is why it's one of the first week in our course together in our mastermind, and like diving in is the burden, like releasing the burden. Yeah, what the heck, man? And coming into new areas of consciousness. Which, when we come into new areas of consciousness, I often talk about like this womb of waiting. Sometimes when we're in that womb, when a baby gets to the end of the gestational period, right? And the baby's so big and the womb is staying the same. It's not able to grow anymore. And it's this feeling of like density and claustrophobia, and like the world's closing in on you and you can't fully breathe. That happens when we are being initiated into a rebirth, when we are supposed to come out and expand out into the world, right? But during that time, we feel the opposite of that. We feel like we might be dying. We feel like this might be the end. But really, that's us coming into new areas of consciousness. So if you're feeling any of that, just know we are in a massive upgrade. We are in a massive up-leveling, and it's already happening. Like it is happening. The illusion of control is the illusion that can be suppressed or that can be held from humanity. So that's the illusion. And so to really anchor in the light at this time, to anchor in the love at this time, is to really be in your own consciousness and to really release the burden of the collective. So I just wanted to share that. I'm going to share one more thing, and then I actually am going to talk about the astrology. But what's holding my page open is this huge hunk of petrified wood that found its way to me and reminded me of our ancient knowledge and the knowledge of trees. And so if you can get yourself some petrified wood, it is amazing. It just like was just sitting there in the desert and came to me. But super healing and been super helpful for rest and integration. So find yourself crystals that resonate with you because they are super helpful at this time. Okay, I'm going to read you this really quickly. The energy and power of the temple is not a myth, but a living reality. The diving God is coming to your aid now. The spiritual master is bringing you secret knowledge that has been lost to the ages, which can put you to work immediately, The flying serpent brings the power to give you wisdom and protect you from evil. It brings extra perceptual powers to see what is needed in your situation. In the days to come, reach for the highest and give each project your best shot. Temple cards suggest that you may have to search for the divinatory meaning in concurrent events that are relevant to you. Stated another way, an event happening far away is just as important to you as what is right in front of you. So this is to enter the temple, which is all, Taurus is all about that temple energy. It has to do with our womb space. For those of male or female, we have that womb space. And so to enter our own temple, to enter into that divine knowing, our inner knowing. And I was actually just talking with a friend today about this, that our bodies know, our wisdom knows, and it's up to us to trust that and to listen to that above all else. And really to remember that when we're wanting to judge another, or when we're wanting to judge a system even, there is something that we are afraid of that we need to confront within ourselves. And once we have that integration and once we have that healing within ourselves, there's not the need to give it that much attention, because the more we're giving attention to something, the more we're giving energy to feed it. And I think we all know this, but it's a good reminder. And I have a whole other video on Black Moon Lilith. She is the ride or die bitch. She is the fierce feminine, and she is active at this new moon. So not only are we entering into the temple of Taurus, we are entering into the temple of Taurus with the energy of that ride or die bitch. And what she has to provide to us is our inner protection from evil, but also protection from our own negative patterning, and where we betray ourselves when we allow ourselves to go down rabbit holes, when we allow ourselves to our energy to be pulled at, when we allow ourselves to feel disempowered in our lives. And so Black Moon Lilith in Taurus has to do with embodying the truth. It has to do with embodying the love. And wherever in your life you are rejecting or having trouble with that, is the where you're supposed to enter the temple, where you're supposed to enter into. So whatever we resist persists. This is why today I was working with my beautiful yoni wands, and I'm just like, every woman deserves one of these things, because your temple is where you get so much wise information. And to honor it at this time, I'm not just talking about the yoni here, but I'm talking about just the internal landscape and anything that helps you to take it more internally and stop looking for external validation, external affirmation. All of those things we can find within ourselves. And when we do that, we become an anchor to that light. We become an anchor to that love. And that, more than anything, is what we need more of on this planet at this time. Lastly, there's just a couple other transits that I want to talk to you about. We have Mars squaring Chiron. And Chiron in Aries and Mars in Cancer has to do with starting a new way of looking at our wounds and looking at our healing journey, and driving us into self-nurturing and driving us into our physical body and the water of our body, the emotions, the current, the tides of our emotions. And when we can do that, when we can nurture those things within ourselves, we're freeing a part of ourselves. So if you are questioning why you're feeling inspiration to heal this certain area right now, when all this external things are happening in our world, there's a reason, because it's all connected. And the temple within ourselves can be how we create the temple outside of ourselves. So when we're really building that within ourselves, we have more of an opportunity to share that with others and to be matched with that within another. So I think that I just want to say those two things, because, we also have that square to Saturn, which Saturn in Aquarius, I have a whole video about. For me, it has to do with our air and also technology that might not be able to withstand. It might be happening right now, but after Saturn moves out of Aquarius, we will be making some changes. But for that time period, really paying attention to the airwaves and purifying our air, doing things to protect ourselves from EMFs, and all of the things that we know to just take care of our temple, our body, our waters, and our air and our pathways. So I just want to say those things because I know it's like saying the same thing over and over, but I want you to hear me. It's really important. Okay, so those are the things I wanted to talk about. Also, we're moving into eclipse season. This new moon launches us into eclipse season. The first one we will have is the full moon partial eclipse in Sagittarius on May 26th, and the new moon solar eclipse, total solar eclipse, on June 11th. And this is why the 6-week journey is going to be happening starting next week, and we will go all the way through that last eclipse into the next week so that we can hold the space for each other to be in the light together. We can look at charts and figure out ways in which it's wanting to translate into your life and how to activate this energy instead of kind of putting the blanket over our head and hiding from it. So if you want to be a part of that evolution and growth and support so that 2021 can be a year of beautiful things and not just kind of being exhausted and trying to figure out how to survive. So definitely reach out if that's something you're interested in. I would love to have just an amazing group of people gathering together every week to just uphold and support each other in divine light and love. Okay. And I'm going to be pulling a card. If you type your first name into the chat, I will pull a card for you. So I saw that Anna, I think, Gracia? Yes, and then Anna. Okay. Oh my gosh, I was like trying to make this my cards. Like, let me just pull a card. Oh, look, you got the same one. Petrified wood. Get yourself a hunk of petrified wood. Okay. What other crystals are you guys loving right now? If you are still here, type in the chat. Let me know what crystals you love right now. Did someone want to be in the video? Well, I guess I'll wait. Wait, I want to see who it is. Oh, I don't know if she meant to do that. Okay. Gracia, this is your card for the new moon in Taurus. Slowing down, resting, integrating, being in the energy of the steady and sure wins the race. So slowing it down. And then Anna. Ooh, the dream. So remembering that the new moon, for both of you, the new moon is about setting intention. So making sure, Gracia, whatever you're setting intention around, you have the awareness that moving slower is going to help it come through more. And then for Anna, it's like whatever you're wanting, it looks like maybe a romantic relationship, that you're taking the time and space to really be with that energy and making your list of what you want to feel and then taking time in your day to feel into those things. Such an important process to make the time and space for that. Okay, let's see. I think it's Corinne. You're next. So this is for the new moon. Oops. Okay, well, there's two. I want to see. All right. So you're getting guidance, and then for the new moon, really tuning into your guidance. And they're also telling you to move away from any feelings of, this doesn't necessarily mean you, but the energy of the miser, which might also mean like feeling like other people don't have enough to give you or that you can't receive from others. But it could also do with feeling like you don't have enough to give or to have. So really feeling into abundance and asking your guides so one of the things about abundance is, I always say, I ask my guides and angels to be made aware of the abundance in my life because it's all around us, right? But when we're in a place of lack, we're not going to notice the abundance. So when we can get in that energy of show me or let me feel that abundance that's all around me, it shifts everything. So something about that for the new moon. And then Alexis, listening to your inner voice. There's definitely dream time. I'd be curious to look at your chart because it's like that Piscean influence, and of course Cancer too, but I'm getting a lot of Piscean influences with this. So making sure that you're really trusting your inner voice, going deep, doing like deep meditation, dream work, or I often work with like the realm between waking up and going to sleep, like especially when I wake up in the morning, like really using that time to tap into your deep wisdom and asking for what you need and all of those things. So the new moon is a time for that. And then Mags, new moon. Ooh, this is another card that I've been pulling a lot. It's like, especially with the Sagittarius full moon, I'm getting the message that maybe you have Sagittarius in your chart a little bit, or a little more than a little bit. And it's really important to be in that new vision for yourself and who you are and what you came here to share. So at the new moon, setting big intentions for yourself around a new vision for yourself. Because as we know, we set the intention at the new moon, and then at the full moon, we are made aware of where we've been blocking ourselves, or we'll manifest the thing, or we see where we're not quite ready for the thing, so we actually have to do other work to prepare ourselves to be ready for the thing. Like, there's so many things that can happen, right? But what I wanted to say about that is that because this new moon drives us into the eclipse season, it has a lot of extra importance, especially because Taurus is so fertile, and it has to do with our womb space, which is our creative space and our creation space, that it's really, really, really important to set our sights high this new moon and spend this new moon in ceremony with ourselves. And again, that temple energy is really coming through to really be in that energy of creation of your temple and feeling into the sacredness of your physical body at this time. Everybody's tired, and it's so important to rest. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I wasn't seeing any of these comments, and now I'm like scrolling through. Okay. Oh, hello, Mario. I'm just seeing you now. I'm like, okay, I don't know if you're here 2 days after your birthday. Do you want a card? Okay. Hi, Bella wants a card. Okay, Bella wants a card first, then Mario, then Bianca. I'm sorry, I wasn't seeing Peach Selenite. I think that's what this is, right? I've dropped it a few times. But this is like, oh my God. Love this thing. So, that's cool. And it does make me feel playful. Okay, so I'm going to go back and make sure. Yes, any other crystals? Because tell me about the crystals. Started a dream journal. That's great. Also, if you guys don't know, for free, I'm doing it for free right now. On my website, I have the Planetary Planner digital version for free. You can still order the paper version. It's on sale because like I think we're like 100 days into the year. But anyway, there's still a lot of great information on there. So it's free on my website for the digital version, and then you can also get the paper version. But that's there for you if you want to do more journaling. Okay. Fluorite. Oh my gosh, I love fluorite. Oh, I don't have the roller ball here. I have another roller ball that has fluorite in it. I'm a crystal freak, but I love it. I've been using it so much right now. I have geranium oil and rosemary, I think, in there, and like real rosemary too, the rosemary flowers. Okay, hi if you're just joining me. Mercury in Sag, my progressive sun is in Sag. I'm totally getting that big Sag energy coming in strong. Okay, so Bella, we're on to Bella. If I miss you, please remind me to pull you a card. Okay, here we go. Card for the new moon. If you want a card for the new moon, I'm going to be wrapping up here soon in a minute, but type your first name in the chat. I'll pull you a card. Bella, here is your card for the new moon. Ooh, you're going to be doing some traveling. So either setting your intention for this new moon around traveling. Also, I want to remind us that Sagittarius energy, because the full moon will be in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius has to do with travel, expansion, and astral travel. And the thing about it is, I've come to realize that Sagittarius is literally just about like traveling to new areas in your brain and your consciousness, and how when we physically travel to a new land, that awakens and activates parts of our brain that were asleep, but we can still do it. Like, so even if you can't literally travel, you might be able to, and that's great. But even if you can't, it's saying like learning new talents, learning new things, reading new books, being in that energy of the explorer for this lunar cycle is really important. So, and then Mario, in your birthday time, Gemini. Okay, Mario, new moon. Okay, so releasing conditioning. I'm going to pull one more because I feel like, yes, we're all releasing conditioning. It's extra up for you for some reason. You might want to go back and watch the first part of this, because I feel like especially air signs especially Geminis, have been super affected. We're moving into Gemini. Mercury is super active right now, and will be going retrograde in Gemini. So Geminis need extra health support and just nurturing and love and tending to the air around you. Maria, I'm just pulling you one more card for the new moon. Oh, the dream card again. So instead of the conditioning, dreaming up a new dream for yourself, a new reality, and really feeling it in your body, really feeling into the health you want to feel, all the things. It's so important at this time. Okay, so now we're moving on to Bianca. Yeah, releasing a lot. Ooh, Malachite. I was just talking about Malachite on a different thing. Oh, Rotary Barbie says Malachite too. Okay, so yeah, Malachite, have you guys heard this? So somebody was talking about Moldavite, and they were saying, oh, well, you shouldn't have Moldavite around if you're not feeling positive. And I was like, no, that's Malachite, right? Am I right? So I actually don't have Malachite in my office or where I'm working, because if I'm transmuting a lot of like someone's heavy stuff, or we're doing that together, then I don't necessarily want Malachite around me. But then I'm like, where do I want it? If that's what it does, it just magnifies. So do you guys know anything about this? I'd love to hear it. It's 3:33. It is. Downloading that code. Neptune is on my rosary. Oh my gosh, there's so many transits I'm like not super psyched about. Yeah. Okay. So I'm moving on. If anybody has any information for me about where I should keep my Malachite, let me know. Okay, so Bianca, I'm sorry. Bianca, I think we're on to you. We're on to you, Bianca. Here we go. New moon energy for Bianca. What the hell? Okay. So, Bianca, it's time to release the comparison. Stop comparing yourself. I don't know who you're comparing yourself to, but stop it. Totally let go. You have to let go to be able to get to the new place. So you can have your breakthrough, which is literally, you guys, my mastermind on the eclipses, that's going to be 6 weeks, is called something like the Eclipse Breakthrough Mastermind. I'm super excited about it. I have a post about it today in my profile. If you want information about it, reach out to me. But literally that card is like telling you, regardless of what you do, you are in a breakthrough time period, but you have to let go to fully receive the benefits of that, especially letting go of comparison. Okay, I don't know why I'm shuffling my cards because I don't see any more names on here. So thank you all so much for being here. When I post this video, I'd love a comment on it. I'm gonna try to edit out, because now I think Instagram, you can only have 15 minutes. I'll just have it wasn't a super clear one. Hopefully it was somewhat helpful, but if it helped you at all, please, oh, hi, Jennifer, how are you? If you see this on my profile, or you maybe could go to my profile, extra special trip make there, to comment on this once I post it, because it helps me so much. Visibility right now is a tricky thing on the gram, and I would love your support and comments. I really appreciate them, and I really appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. And I'll probably be posting more about the new moon. So definitely check out my stories for any videos on Saturn and Aquarius, the nodes, and all the things, because there's a lot happening right now, and that's also a good time to work with me one-on-one. So if you're interested in that, I have a month-long program one-on-one that's amazing. So let me know if you want details on that. Meow. Meow, Jennifer. I love you. Love you all. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. Oh, hi, Sima. Hi and bye. You guys can watch the playback once I post it. Okay, I love you all. Bye.